So they liked me, and I was better than the fucking guy.
Right.
You know? And so now I can come back, right?
Yeah.
Around the same time.
They want you back.
Yes.
Because they know you're funny.
Yes. One night out here, we come out to play dive bar, Preston Lacey, right? We play for Jack Slammy. Jack Slammy goes, hey, I got this other night with Rob Van Dam. You want to do that?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't know what wrestling is or whatever, but like, I don't care, but like, sure, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, does it pay $10?
Right.
And, you know, he's like, I'll give you some Coke. And I'm like, yeah, okay, so it's cool, I'll stay. And so like, I do this show literally for like some Jack Daniels and Coke.
Nice.
And then like, I meet Rob and like, we don't even really talk. But I'm like, yo, Slammy, you should give me that dude's contact info. I could probably sell him some crap. He wasn't too bad, because he wasn't. And then so he's like, all right. He gives me his phone number. And then I hit Rob Van Dam up, and Van Dam's like, I'm rich, and I don't want your shit money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, I don't take any gigs under whatever.
Right.
And then I was like, okay, well. And so, like, I didn't know what to say, so I just go, okay, well, I guess if you ever, why'd you do that one for? And he's like, for fun? I was like, okay, well, I guess if you ever just want to do it for fun,
yeah,
you'd hit me up for that too.
Yeah.
And he hits me back like a few weeks later.
Okay.
And he's like, I do think I'd want to do that for fun.
I'm kind of bored.
I'm bored.
Yeah.
And I just got divorced.
Yeah.
And, yeah, you like to drink and smoke weed and shit? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, fucking cool. You like strippers? Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. You fucking cool. Comedy. Yeah. You know.
Guess I'm doing comedy
then,
now.
Like, when we do this run, he realizes I don't know anything about wrestling.
Right.
And he's kind of like, oh, cool. You're not going to, like, ask me a bunch of
wrestling
wrestling
you're not going to bother me
and
about wrestling.
I'm not going to ask you one thing about wrestling this entire time.
Right.
And he's like, oh.
Sweet.
And sweet, yeah. And so we just vibed over stand-up.
Yeah.
And then
which
later,
is probably great for him, because everybody he runs into wants to talk wrestling.
So now I'm starting to get all the celebrities, right?
Yeah.
And I get different people. I get in with a dude that does Comic Cons. At one point, I have my cell phone has over 70 some celebrity phone numbers in it.
Fuck.
And I'm selling them all over the country. I'm touring every single night. I'm going to different places. Then I'm kind of burning out on that, because I'm also like, you know, going home and working in strip clubs and to trying to stay afloat, because it's like touring. So I'm like making as much as I'm spending to travel to whatever. And then I keep taking these crazy gambles to like have these celeb tours that are like, you know, the celebs don't quite draw enough and whatever. Yeah. And finally I get Rob Van Dam to shoot a movie on one of the tours. 5 years later, that's Headstrong.
Yeah.
Finally, I moved out here when I kind of just hit rock bottom with touring. It just kind of the well dried up with like the money I was making. It was all kind of just going. I felt like it was going in circles, and I felt like really caught up in it, depressed, in hotels all the time by myself, and so I finally just got fed up with it. And one of the strip clubs I would DJ at caught fire, and it was real suspicious and weird, and it creeped me out, and I already didn't like what I was doing necessarily, like morally. At that point, I'd started to kind of come to the other side of things and be like, I don't really like this, and so
you saw it as a way out.
I saw it as a means in the beginning to fund comedy that was just a big party, and it was fun and it was harmless, and it's just whatever, it's just naked people. And then later I was like, well, this is pimping, and it's kind of depressing and sad, and I shouldn't be around any of it. Right. And but that's that. And you know, no one held a gun to my head and made me do it. It was my own stupid self. But anyways, that one catches on fire. So I literally just like moved everything out here, and like my buddy played poker out here and said he'd cover my first month's rent because he was trying to cut down on his. And then like a month later the shooting happened, and then I was working at a strip club when I got here, and because I didn't know what else to do, you know, and then I was just like to get a job like right away. Yes. You know, because I needed to get money like. You
got to save that first month.
Right. I was just trying to get that money up. Yeah. And so, so the night that shooting happens, I'm like working at Centerfolds, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is fucking depressing. Like I'm working in the strip club, I might like die in the strip. Like what am I doing here? And then like now like this fucking thing, and I'm like, I don't even know how I'm gonna pay this guy and whatever. And then like literally I think it was the next fucking day or like 2 days something later, Tom Green puts out a tweet, and it's like, shit, sorry about the fucking shooting, like holy hell, Vegas, #Vegas strong, I'm the newest Las Vegan because I'm coming to do a residency there.
Mm-hmm.
I am thinking, okay,
this is meant to be.
This is meant to be.
Yeah.
I live behind Bally's. He's at Bally's. And then I'm like, well, I send him a text that's like, yo, dude, I don't want to like ask now. Now I'm smart, you know. I don't want to ask for anything.
You've learned some stuff.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't want to ask for shit.
Right.
And he doesn't owe me anything either. And so I go, yo, dude, I worked for the Vegas Knights too when I first got here. I was a camera guy.
Okay.
It was a side job that was like sporadic. And so I was like, yo, if you want to see a Knights game, I'm sure I could get you tickets.
Okay.
Because he's him, so I could say something to the production team and get him tickets.
Right.
So I knew I could do that. I can't get him from like you or me, but I could get him for him, you know.
Right. It's Tom Green.
Yeah, it's Tom. He do a thing, you know.
Right.
And so they're like, yeah, shoot a video or some shit. Say you love the Knights or some shit. So
yeah.
And later on, I end up doing that for him.
Okay.
But that was the text I sent, and he doesn't hit me back, and so I'm like, fuck, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of let it go because I'm like, Vegas is gonna be fucking hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I get a text like the day of the show, the first night, like noon, that's like, hey, I'm Seth Udoff, I'm the producer of the Tom Green Show. Tom says you're a good friend of his and would like to have you open for him tonight. Would you want to come down and fucking do some time and whatever? And then I get there and like John Schneider's there and that he had been out here in Riviera and whatever, and we cranked 8 months there, I think.
Okay.
You know, before they finally just moved him to Harrah's, and he was like unable to take me with him because they cut the opener spot out of the show.
Okay.
But just the nicest dude and shit, and has no real reason to help me. I don't know why he asked.
Yeah, he had no loyalty or anything.
Like,
or...
didn't even. I'm just like Steve's Klingon guy,
right?
Who like sent a fake email to Steve-O. Like, so I don't know why Tom Green is ever, but he's just a nice dude, and like he knows the struggle of comedy and the business and shit. And
oh
just,
yeah.
You know.
So he looked out for you, got you some.
He's always looked out for me pretty well. Like, you know, like after that, you know, I've lost touch of Steve-O and almost everyone from Jackass. I still talk to Preston Lacey sometimes, and we reconnected through Tom Green, and you know, but yeah, man, it's weird. It's like, you know, so I guess like to go back and answer that question, is this where I saw myself in 10 years? I didn't ever think I wanted to be on Jackass when I was a little kid. I used to make Jackass videos when I was like 13.
Nice.
And I didn't know what entertainment was.
Okay.
And I thought to get into entertainment business, I was going to have to be like a news reporter. So that's what I went to school for, and ended up dropping out as a news reporter. And I thought, you know, if I could just get on anything or whatever, and I didn't know. And then finally I found open mics and started doing stand-up, and just slowly but surely realized how fucking hard that is.
Yeah.
And also became kind of part of an agent along the way. I ended up working for that Seth Udoff and working at UD Factory, which is a real talent agency here, and I'm getting on the highway.
Yeah.
Is this? Yeah, and then I can get on. Okay.
Or you could take Boulder Highway for fucking.
No, that's fine. That's
every
fine.
light,
No,
every.
yeah.
I
just and so like, you know, I ended up working for their agency and whatever, and I had my own agency at my own LLC, and yeah, I've just, you know, I've had this weird career that like is very unconventional,
yeah,
and very unsuccessful in a lot of financial senses, but also just like the shit I've been exposed to is like weird. It's like shit that like people don't get around, that, you know, like that accomplish, like they have a special and they don't fucking get around some of these people the way I have been, and
right,
and whatever. Like,
so you're very lucky in that sense.
Yeah, I think to have been exposed to a lot of different, like I spent a lot of time around Rob Van Dam, a lot of time around one of the dudes from Super Troopers and Jackass and Tom and some of those people, and just all of them. To me, it gives me all this wide perspective of the business, and then too having some humility and doing open mics all the time still, and coming up through strip clubs and coming up through fucking rock clubs and tough fucking rooms.
I have to say, you're like the most punk rock kind of dude I've seen, you know, in comedy. Is like nice open mics all the time, you know, you're always super nice to everybody, you're always like I've never like I was telling you before, there's a lot of egos in comedy.
So when I get back from a lot of the stuff that I did with Jackass, each time I come back home, more and more and more, people didn't like me.
Right.
They started being mean to me, and they started talking shit about me, and they started to spread rumors. Because, Tom Garland this, and I'm not gonna lie, I got greedy with stage time. I would hog stage time at my mic that whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I would fucking rip an hour at this bitch, dude, or more.
Oh,
yeah. I didn't give a fuck. It was my show.
Right.
But people hated me for that because I was getting more and more popular. The newspapers writing about me. I became kind of I shouldn't say this, but like quasi barely locally famous in some circles, I guess. But people would come to the fucking show, and it finally got to be a hot show, and so people wanted it from me, and so they spread these terrible rumors. They started these fucking Facebook threads about me and try to make me out to be this, like, dude, if you read on the Iowa Comic, if you go to Iowa Comics and read that shit, half of it is like stabs at me and just terrible shit. I don't even go on it anymore. I don't ever like talk shit to anybody. I don't ever vibe. Like they like ran me out of my home club. It was really weird, dude. It was sad. That's a big reason why I played in the strip clubs too. I should mention that is I couldn't get hometown comedy work because the guy's like, no, you can't play. Why? Because the fucking open micers hate me.
Yeah.
You are an open micer. I'm like, I'm fucking touring. Like, you're an ass. Like, you know, like, I got lucky. You got lucky. I did get lucky. Like, what I'm supposed to pretend like I wasn't there?
Right.
You know,
like you didn't accomplish all those things.
I don't know what I'm talking about now. You know,
right.
Dude, I've seen the world. Like, you weren't fucking counting on your MC doing that, but like, what the? I just, you know, and there's times when people can come with you, or they can go, I'm not gonna help you. I don't care, or whatever. So for every Tom Green, there's somebody else. Now, I'm not saying that that's bad. They don't owe you anything.
Right.
You know, these people don't owe
Nobody
you
owes anybody anything. Right.
But I felt a lot of backlash back home. Still do. Always have thought that's weird. I more or less, and I'm not, like, this isn't propping up anything that's not true, started the goddamn comedy scene there. There was one open mic when I started once a month. Now there's open mics almost every night, festivals, all sorts of shit, and damned if that's not because I ran 7 open mics a week, you know, like, so
one every night.
And most of the guys that all hate me, I was the guy that brought them on stage for the first time, whatever. So that's a weird relationship to have with like that. I like the guy that brought me on stage for the first time. His name's Danny Franks. I wish he still did comedy. I think he's one of the funniest people in the country, even not doing stand-up, because in my mind, forever, that dude was hilarious. And he was off the cuff, and that was something I always envied too. And I wanted to be, from the very start, I wanted to be off the cuff and different, you know?
Yeah.
And I should mention too, along through all this, I meet this dude. He's like weird, crazy homeless guy with like missing a leg, and he's crazy as fuck. And he's coming to all the open mics, and he's talking shit to me. Kind of fun talking shit, but you know, giving me shit. Hey, you suck, you know?
Razzing you.
Yeah, razzing me and be like, I used to play with Jamie Masada, and like I played at the Laugh Fair. And I'm like, if you're so fucking good, you crazy homeless guy, why don't you go up there and do this shit? And he went up and killed.
Oh.
Like the hardest I was like, okay, let's talk. So now I'm like buying this homeless guy.
Now you're like, who are you?
And he's like, I live in a flop house. I lost my leg. I used to be a big comic and whatever. And he's like, no one ever believes you. No one believes you. This dude taught me everything. Like taught me my whole act is from this dude. Like every fucking niche and like thing I do is from Bruce J teaching me stand up. He's a genius. He's kind of an asshole human being. I don't even know if he'd mind me saying that, but we haven't talked in a while. But he's fucking, he's probably the best unknown comedian to ever live. And he is also very influential, and he might not admit this or whatever, and I don't know how much because they kind of came up together, but he was roommates with Butch Bradley at one point, and Rick Diella knows him as well.
Okay.
And I feel all of us have like a weird connection around Bruce. And
you guys do. You kind of have this.
If you watch my horror movie Spiral that I'm in, Bruce is the bad guy in the movie Spiral, and that's all shot at the strip club that I started at.
Okay.
And
where can people see that?
I think on Amazon and iTunes. Okay. I believe. So
nice.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they took it down because they're trying to run it through festivals. So, yeah. Same dude that made Headstrong.
Nice.
Yeah. So, yeah, so, I don't know. I threw a lot of shit at you just now, but, anyways, I guess I just, you know, we had to drive here, so I thought I'd spill my guts about some shit.
But, yeah, that's cool. Fuck.
Well, I'm also trying to write this as a book, so I needed to say it out loud one time. Maybe I'll just listen to your podcast and take some notes on what I just babbled.
Okay. Yeah, that book. What do you expect that book to be?
Well, I keep putting dates on it, and then I have like parts of it I really like, and then I've run it by people that I value their opinion, and some of the people have said like, oh, it was over my head. It's not that it was over their head, but it's gonna go over people's heads at point, because I get kind of artistic with it at different points, but I want it, and I'm trying to do a lot. I want it to be, part kind of addiction memoir, part road comedy diary, and then at the same time sneak a little bit of my conspiracy theories in there, and really sneak a comedy business class in there.
Okay.
As the appeal for comedians to read it is that you're going to get to read all of the ways I scrambled around to live on the road and to make all that shit. Like,
see, that's the stuff I'm fascinated with.
Right, like my, right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And stay right.
Yeah. So what's Trump's fake book that he didn't write? Art of the Deal.
Okay.
So part of that, I guess I want is some of my Art of the Deal in there. Because I'd like people to know, like, because people always ask, like, you did what? I'm like, yeah, it's different than comedy clubs. I toured in rock bars and stuff. So, so I should say that. So, yeah, the tour manager dude, of course, all the contacts are rock contacts. Okay. Because he toured with rock bands. So he's like, and I'm like, oh, what is this fucking place? He's like, dude, fuck it, just play there. And so I got really used to, unconventional venues.
Stick right
through that. So comedy clubs even still are a new thing to me, which is weird. That comedy clubs are new to me, and then I'm fucking playing Brad Garrett's. Yeah. Get off here.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. Sorry.
No worries. Wow. So where do you see yourself in 5 years? 15-year mark.
That's a hard thing to say anymore, because see, like I said, I guess to go back, the 10-year thing, like, I don't know. I mean, I guess I didn't know stand-up, like, I didn't know I'd stick with it this long. I didn't know.
Did you think you stuck with it out of necessity, or just like, I don't want to get a real job, or like, what was your, what made you go, you know what, I'm 10 years in, I can do 10 more.
I remember different points when there's this. I remember, I had a very good situation. A lot of people are in a bad situation when they start comedy. My dad has a company in Iowa, so I could always work for my dad at his sign company. So they make signage, like, not like this giant casino sign. I mean, they could, but it's in Iowa, so they do like signs for grocery stores and stuff like that. Okay. My brother works there. My mom works there. My uncle works there.
It's a family business.
It's a family business, right? So we've had a family business forever. Okay. So, I was kind of always supposed to just go into the family business, or just do something. But, and there was one day I just remember I was like a sophomore in, this is even before I did stand-up. I wanted to make silly YouTube videos at first. I thought that's what would be my thing. Okay. Before stand-up. I thought I was like, well, I'll make silly videos.
It was still early in YouTube, too. So
and YouTube was still out. And so I was like, I'll make silly videos. I'm that guy, like, I can make these videos. And I thought my friends were funnier than me. Yeah. That was the other thing, too.
I'm going to get all my friends involved.
All my friends that are real fun. Like, our group videos. Is so funny, right? Yeah. So I guess the reason I stopped doing that is because it's real hard. Now that I think about that, Jesus, that was so long ago. God, fuck. But I guess the other thing is I get thinking, like, well, they won't do the videos when I want them to do it. And they won't say the lines I want them to say, and they weren't cooperating, and they didn't care either. And then half the time they're like, oh, I don't want that out. I'm applying for jobs and like all this shit. And I got it in my head. I was like, either I'm gonna do entertainment in some fashion, or I'm gonna work new stuff is like pussy. Either I'm working for dad the rest of my life, and I'm gonna fucking do this. And I remember just sitting in the shower one day and being like, then fuck it. And I remember being like, that's a decision in my mind. Then anytime my parents would bring, well, why don't you just, then it's always just, fuck no. I think of that day in the shower and think, I fucking decided right then and there, I wasn't gonna fucking do, no, fuck no. And something else, but not that. And that's been one thing, was just saying no to and that was tough because that's also in a lot of ways I've grown up, and it's kind of disrespectful to my fucking dad to be like, you work so hard and you set this thing up, and I don't want to do it.
Right.
You know, and like, so
I don't want to take over the family business.
Right. So there's kind of something there. So
that's how I've always felt about, like, if I get a hand tattoo.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, I'll have to, like, have an unconventional. Like, I'll force myself to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
and I think that's the same mentality as you just go, you know what do I, like, I have to do this.
Yep.
I have to do this one thing because it's the only thing I've ever wanted to do. Like, that's how I was with comedy.
That's the second, so I guess it was that where I would think in my head, this is the only thing I've ever wanted to do. And I always thought I'd be extremely ridiculed if I told anybody, like, I want to be an actor, or I want to be a comedian, or I want to be around entertain. I want to be, you know.
Right, you're from a small town. People are like,
I mean, I'm from Cedar Rapids, but people like people would ridicule you. Like, you want to be famous?
No, dude, go to college, get a job.
That's not real, dude.
Right.
Like, how do you think you're gonna? And there's nothing like that there. So the only thing there's plays is like there's musicals, you know, but there's not like, you know, there's like musical community fucking theater and a weekend comedy club and whatever. So there's not really that much accessibility.
Yeah.
I ended up finding a lot of stand-up in college through the university. I got to open for the people that also set me up too. I opened for all the people the university brought in because there weren't any like student comedians. Okay. So I was the only one, you know, like me and like one or two other guys. So it was fucking crazy. So anyways, some of being a big fish in a small pond pays off. Yeah. Some of it was extremely difficult. Obviously, like I said, people around me then when it did work for me didn't know how to take. I think what I've learned is that they didn't know how to take that it was working for me. Yeah. And maybe for some of them that wasn't what they wanted from it. They wanted to just be an open micer or just try this out or whatever. And like I was taking it too serious and ruining their fucking
their fun.
You know? Yeah. And I was.
Like, what's this guy taking it so serious?
A lot of the fun out of it. Don't get me wrong. I'm fucking serious as fuck about comedy. Yeah. You know, still to this day. Yeah. That probably makes me not the happiest person sometimes, but yeah, like, you know, so again, you know, like all that behind you, you know, like you get to a point where, you know, like you said you read that like Facebook post I posted that I want, you know, it's like something for my book that I put out to test out, and it's like I really do feel that way like now though. I'm at the point with 10 years I'm like, can I keep it's another check mark for me where I got to go back in the shower and be like, can I keep doing this? Right. Am I fired up?
How many more years do I have?
Am I fired up? And like, am I fired up like fucking drive across the country and not know where I'm going fired up? Like, am I Elks Lodge, you know, fired up? Because that's what it's going to take now too, is like, you know, and then too, I'm starting to hold myself to a higher standard where I'm like, man, what the fuck, why quit being late? Like, fucking dress up and like fucking kill this fucking bitch. Like, we were at that Strangeville the other night, and I felt like I don't want to talk about the other comedians, but I felt like there was a couple different. Well, now I've mentioned the fucking show, so I might as well. But I don't want to talk about anybody. But there was 4 people that night. You can look it up, and here's the date. 3 days. Yeah. So you know, I hit up with that. It's like they were going up, and it was like, yeah. It's like let's bring the energy. Let's attack these guys. Yeah. And then, you know, I say that, and then I eat my fucking ass and bomb, and then, you know, back to the grinding board. But this is what we do, dude. I'm glad that you've stuck with it. You're still doing it, and I'm flattered that you think I'm anybody to interview, because I'm fucking not. I'm just some dude that you've done a couple of mics with, you know, but you know, I hope you keep doing it. It's if anything, at the end of the day, dude, it's really good in the sense that, like, you know, it's good to have something that's just for you. Yeah. You know, like, I don't do anything, I think, that's just for me very much, you know, other than stand-up. Yeah. And then that kind of sets up a life for me that's really just, like, sweet, you know, like, I live in a cool city now. I date a hot girl now. I have a fucking, you know, I play in cool places. I wear cool clothes. I get to have blue hair. I get to hang out with famous people and listen to their cool stories about the stuff they've done and whatever. All because, you know,
of comedy.
Because I do one thing for myself.
Yeah.
You know, but people don't do anything for themselves.
Yeah.
You know, how many people just sit at home every night and watch TV and then just go, well, it never happened for me. And it's like, well, you don't do anything for yourself. Right. You don't go to the gym. You don't take a run. You don't fucking, you know, you don't buy a lottery ticket every now and then. Just fucking Christ, like have some fucking faith that something cool could happen.
Slide out of the matrix just a little bit.
Well, just no. I just mean have some faith that like something great could happen to you. You know, I think people just think like, well, nothing good's gonna happen to me. It's like,
well, I think that's a mentality a lot of people have. Is like, I'm supposed to have the 9 to 5, the picket fence, the car payment, house payment. You know what I mean? I gotta go to work every day. I gotta. You know, people don't take risks, and they don't.
Bipolar, crazy, and Tony Robbins on you here who scares shit out of you in your car. But here's the thing, dude. Like, the difference between when I say normals or whatever, the difference I've found over time is that there's people that gamble and people that don't gamble. And sometimes I like to know, oh, I'm an entertainer, father, you know, you're not like me and whatever. And, you know, that's not really right in the sense that the difference between me and that upbringing I have in Iowa is that they don't gamble. They take the safe route every fucking time. Oh, yeah. And they and there's parts of life that are a lot easier for them and a lot whatever. And dude, like, I'm glad they do because it's my fucking backup plan. Right. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm a gambler.
Yes.
I gamble on everything. You know, I gamble with my job and my resume and I have a fucking giant employment gap that I can't explain and whatever. And I gamble with my
10 years where you're like, 10 years. If you want to do a job interview,
10
you're like,
years, dude.
What's going on this 10 years?
I was doing Nerd Bar. I was working on and off for the Golden Knights. I was selling shitty celebrities on the. I mean, you're all great on the phone, and then
you're all amazing.
Selling comedy nights and whatever. And then I'm DJing strip clubs and whatever, and I'm hustling, dude.
Well,
like,
that's why I said like I like
real,
the punk rockness of it. You know, you're like, you know what? I'm not gonna work in a cubicle, and I'm not gonna fucking make somebody else a shit ton of money.
I did have that backup with my parents having that business though that a lot of people don't have.
Right, but you haven't gone and said, "Oh, this is it." You know, well, I have to do that.
I thought in my heart, one of the questions I asked myself was, "Do you have talent? Do I think I have talent?"
Okay.
And then it's yes, I think I have some natural talent. Then I need to develop that talent.
Yes.
Because it's not gonna like you can have talent, but you know someone's out there fucking working hard. Right. You gotta think too. There's people in New York City busting their fucking dick every night that want this shit bad, and someone always wants it more than you. Oh, so, okay.
And is working harder.
Right. So there's some poor person out there from Zimbabwe that's now made it to New York City that's going to grind their teeth harder than me and beat me every time. They're gonna work harder than me. Right. I know that person's out there. So I need to know I have talent. I'm gonna work hard with that talent. And then the last thing is I need to stay committed and into this and accept whatever bogus like delusional process I believe in. But if I don't believe in it, then no one's gonna. How do I expect my dad and my mom and my brother, my family, and like my hometown and my like those people tonight that were there from my hometown and they knew me growing up and stuff like that. Yeah. People like that, like how do I expect them to believe that I can do this? Like I gotta
if you don't believe
if I don't believe it, like I gotta know it first and be like fuck yeah, and then second I gotta go out and get the juice and be able to fucking deliver. Tonight it was nice. They've seen me. They haven't. Those people that were there at the show tonight haven't seen me in probably 10 years. And then tonight, 10 years later, I'm doing stand-up. I'm good. They were able to see me do really well. I've also had people come out in the first year or two, and they're like, "Oh, you're doing stand-up now? It's the worst fucking thing I've ever seen. Oh my God, he's a dirty, filthy bitch. Jesus fucking." My parents have seen me be booed off. Yeah. Like I've invited people to some awkward bad nights, but my girl's seen some serious shit, and so dude, like what all this is and what it brings and shit. You bands, you fucking know, dude.
Yeah.
This is everybody's story too, dude. It's all just like they could tell you like all the times they got fucked. I was watching somebody the other night and they said, I've been through everything in this business. And I'm sure everybody thinks that, like everybody thinks like, whoa, fuck me. And the thing is to always they just remember like we're just goofing around and to have humility and shit. It's fucking hard. It's fucking hard not to watch other people blow up and get jealous. It's hard not to.
It's so hard.
Get mad at yourself. My biggest thing is I get financially frustrated. I want to make money like a car salesman or somebody that makes money. You know, like somebody that gets, have nice things. And it's like, I ain't gonna get ahead doing this.
Feel like you've earned that.
Well, I don't.
In some way.
But I wish I could obtain that, but I just can't press the pedal to the metal on stand-up. And what I learned was if I want to go get that, I have to do some immoral things, like work in a strip club or something like that. Like that's entertainment to get the money that I think is comfortable. So I better just learn to live scraping by if I want to keep my morals too while I'm at it, So that's why I found the bar, and even that I felt like I didn't like, because I'm just fucking these people up every night. Like some of these people are fucking downright dangerous alcoholics, and I'm just fucking pumping booze into them every night. It's like some of that.
Around.
Yeah, you just feel bad too about and you're keeping them around. They should go home, and you're like, hey,
have another one. Take a little bump.
Yeah, fucking, and then you're giving them your pen. And, well, I never smoked weed before, and you're like, well, fucking now you do.
Right.
And,
right.
Yeah, all that's even fucked. So, yeah, dude, if I just find a deal again, but it takes time.
All right, well, that was a lot to talk about. I feel like I learned a lot about you.
I feel like you were a free therapist. We should do this more often. At one point, I was paying $200 a week for this that I didn't have on credit.
Yeah, that was an hour and 10 minutes. Maybe if we could do that once a week.
That's what the fucking bitch did. She did an hour and 20, and she'd start it late, and then she fucking bounce my credit card at the end of it.
Yeah. See, we did that for free.
Yeah.
So, Tom, where can people check out your stuff?
You can follow me on social media at Tom Garland LV, like Las Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't have my own identity, I guess.
You're now a Las Vegan.
Oh, I did that like the first day. I was like, LV.
You're like, I moved here. I'm committing to it. I'm committing to it.
Just like somebody writes, they make the Tom Garland comedian page the first day.
Their second open mic, and they got a page.
That was fucking me too. But I got, Instagram, Twitter at Tom Garland LV. I'm on Facebook sometimes. I don't go on much anymore, but unless I'm posting weird shit to try and
they can see your movies that you're involved in on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, the one movie I'd like you to see is called Headstrong. That's what I'm most proud of. Headstrong. That's if you go to www.headstrongrvd. You got to put the W's in there, by the way. It's an old school. Like, we got a router that's at his house. Just fucking around. But it's Headstrong RVD, like Rob Van, headstrongrvd.com.
Okay.
And then that'll get you to whatever platform you can watch it on. Like, if you have, it'll get you.
If you have iTunes.
Yeah, it'll find you the link that works for you. And you can read about the film there and stuff like that. But we go on tour all over the country, and it gives you a glimpse of a 7-day glimpse of the lifestyle I was living at the time. So that was
pretty eye-opening.
Well, it's just, I think there's not a lot of movies. They always, like, I think, and I'm not talking about, I don't want to act like I'm talking shit because they're just icons, but, like, I think Attell has a movie like Crowd Work or Work in the Road. There's always, like, these, they're like, I'm on the road.
A gimmicky movie.
And then they're in, they do tour movies, but they're, like, on the road, and they're playing Funny Bones and Improvs.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, the fucking road. Like,
right.
I'm like, that's pretty nice. That's a 20-year comic playing weekends at a fucking nice-ass place and staying at a 5-star thing.
Yeah, that's not 20 dive bars in different little towns.
Right,
and
dive bars and your dog, my brother. And, taking, charter talent gigs out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, Keokuk, Iowa for $20. That's, we're talking about
the nitty-gritty.
The nitty-gritty. And some of Headstrong, because Rob was willing to grind the way I grind, and it was in rock rooms, it shows you a glimpse of the nitty-gritty. It's not Elks Lodges. It's not like we're like, we're really going through it. We're at open mics. Nah, he's Rob Van Dam. We got set up in rooms, and we had a nice little tour. But it's still, he has some humility in it, and we play some small-town rooms, and you can kind of see how that shit goes. If you're a new comic and you want to fucking get on the road, I think it's good. But it's got its serious sports side too, and it's got some stuff in there about concussions, and it's a good movie.
Cool, man. I feel like every time we talk, I learn something new. So it's cool.
It was really nice of you to let me do this. I
appreciate honestly, you doing it.
I've been in between gigs now, and I'm actually like daytime unemployed. So I get depressed when I'm not. I'm restless. I like to work.
I like to do stuff. Like, I like to stay busy.
Yeah. So I feel like I don't have purpose and shit, and then so I've been real down and shit, and then and then I get more and more stressed and other stuff like that. The more so this cheered me up. Actually, it's cool to think back about everything, and like I said,
reminisce
I'll probably listen to this and be the added listener for you, and we'll go through. And
hell yeah, I'll get one listener.
See if I can get my fucking story straight about how long this has been. Maybe I've just been doing comedy for 3 years.
You've been doing it for so long. You're just like, what year did I start?
I started in 2010.
Okay.
The fake date I say is February 10th, 2010. I don't know if that's real or not, but whatever.
Yeah, see, I don't, like, some people have their, like, I'll see it where they're like, yeah, I hit my 1 year, I hit my 2, exactly. Like, I don't remember what day I started. I know it was in, like, November.
I couldn't remember the date, so that's the fake anniversary date I've made up, and I think that's pretty close.
I don't think it's important, you know what I mean? But right, it's like, it's cool to just go.
Now it's the date all
now you know when, yeah. All right, well, this was fun.
Dude, thank you. Thanks for
doing it.
What's it called again? It's called the
Live from the Shed.
Live from the Shed.
It's, yeah. So when I started, before I started doing comedy, I was living in my aunt's shed, and she's like, "You should do comedy," and that's when I kind of like started the idea for the podcast.
We're outside your place right now. This is it, right?
Yeah, this is my mom and dad's house.
Yeah, it's a bigger shed. Yeah.
It's better than the shed I was in before. All right. Wow, 1 hour and 15 minutes.
Kick ass, dude.
It was fun. All right.